by the time I woke up, pain hit crazy to where all I can remember is being mad at people. That's it. I was so mad at anybody and everybody that walked through that door. Like, don't you dare even look at me. Don't catch me. Don't let me catch you looking at me. Because then at that point, I got something to say. And I'm not a confrontational person. But that night, even if you look at me, I'm going to say something to you. Because I don't want nobody looking at me. I don't want nobody staring at me. You don't know what I'm going through right now. It was that horrible for me as far as like the pain. Like I was beyond irritated than I've ever been. And it was sad because my dad wanted to be in there. I'm like, nope, get out. I don't want you in here. Nope. Like, get away from me. You're my dad. Like, I don't want you in here when I'm gonna give birth in here naked under a gown, and every time they come in here, I gotta open my legs. Are you kidding me? Get out. Like, no, I don't want you in here. Not even before they do all that, just to sit. Nope, you sit in the waiting room. Like, no, I didn't want that. My brother tried to come in and check on me, my sister. At one point, I just yelled. I'm like, y'all get out. Please, get out. I don't need nobody in here with me while I'm naked. Okay? I'm basically naked under this gown. Bare. I don't need anyone looking at me. So, I felt like that. So, no one was there. But my baby daddy, he was there. And of course, I'm like, that's the only person who needs to be in here because there's a lot of things happening with me. Like physically and eternally, things are happening. And I don't need no one else to see all of this. Like, no. So, because at one point, I ain't gonna lie, I got up and used the restroom and the back of my gown was out. I didn't care. I just had to pee. I'm like, look, I'll literally take off this gown and walk to the bathroom naked. Like, I didn't care at all. It was crazy how I felt. And I didn't like feeling like that. That's not me. That's not me to be angry all over somebody's face, ready to knock somebody out all the time. So at that point, I was like, okay, my mood is changing. This pain is hidden. I need the epidural. Because I was trying to go as long as I could without it. You know, like I want to be like one of those women who like give natural, without no medication, childbirth. I wanted to know what that felt like. Yeah, not that night. Not that night. So I called the doctor and they were like, okay, well, he has somebody in front of you, but right after he's done, we'll go ahead and bring him in here. He's already taking care of them, so it should take him no more than 30 minutes just to come in here and deal with you. I said, oh, okay, he better hurry up. Like, I didn't mean to be rude to nobody. And I apologize if y'all seeing this and y'all remember me. Pretty sure y'all don't, but if you do, I apologize. Like, yeah, I was upset. Highly upset. Like, so I can't tell you how long, y'all, but it felt like a short period of time. The doctor came in and started setting me up. And I love the way they gave me my epidural. You know, they had me hunched over, you know, with a pillow, constantly telling me to breathe. Just breathe. Focus on your breathing. And I loved it because they gave me the epidural when a contraction hit. So when they saw a contraction hitting, that's when they gave it to me. And I didn't feel no pain from the epidural. I literally didn't. I barely felt the pain of the contraction, but I felt it to the point to where I had to breathe. But it was painless putting the epidural in. And I was like, oh my goodness, I hope this works. Because I heard sometimes that it may not work or may not take effect right away. I even had someone in my family that had an epidural when they gave birth, and apparently it didn't take effect at all. Like, I don't know if they just didn't give her enough or they gave it to her not early enough to take effect to where the baby came really quickly, but she felt everything and she didn't want to. So I was like, I hope it works. And it did, y'all. It worked so well. I'm going to tell you like this. It worked so well. I fell asleep right after I laid back down. After I got comfortable and they gave me my blankets, it took effect. It felt like immediately. And I had got a little bit of rest. Can't tell you how much because there was no clock in my room. So I can't tell you how much. I wasn't worried about my phone or anything. Like I had it on the charger. I wasn't worried about nothing. So I went to sleep. I woke up and the nurse was like, okay, we're going to go ahead and check your cervix. It's been a while. And I said, okay. So they checked it. And by memory, that was my first time with them checking it. Like actually waking me up. So whenever they checked it, they looked at it and they were like, oh, okay, you're almost there. We're going to go ahead and start getting ready. I was like, okay, how far am I? They're like, you're at a 9. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, so I'm over here and just calm down as much as possible. Nothing was really on my mind, y'all. Not giving birth or anything. It was just like looking to see what they were doing. Looking at the monitor, like, I didn't literally think anything. I was just in the moment. So then, not even 5 minutes after they got it ready, they were like, oh, okay, you need to get ready to push. You're at a 10. Like, this baby, you gotta push. Like, she's right here. And I was like, oh, okay. So I winded up, they did a little whoop-de-woo, put my legs up and whatnot. And it didn't take that long, y'all. I say it took at the most 10 minutes. It may be 5, but I'm going to say 10. It didn't take that long at all. And the only reason why maybe it took 10 is because I didn't know how to push. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, how do I push? They were like, bear down. I was like, what does that mean, bear down? Like, bear down on what? Like the rail? Like, I'm confused. And they were like, act like you're pooping. Like, act like you're using the restroom. And I was like, but I don't strain. I was like, you're not supposed to. I was like, okay. So I did it anyways. But after I did it, at one point, I couldn't breathe. I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is insane. And it took, like I said, maybe about 4 to 5 10 counts. That's probably not even 10 minutes, y'all. But it took like 4 to 5 10 counts. And in between, where the second or third 10 count, this nurse put an oxygen on my face to help me breathe. Y'all know how mad I was when she did that? I was so pissed off when she did that. Like, I just went like this. Because, unfortunately, I already was trying to breathe. And I understand what she was doing. But when she put the oxygen on me as I'm breathing in and out, catching my breath, it distracted me from catching my breath to where it was too much air. And then at that point, I'm kind of like suffocating on air. Like, it was just too much. So, y'all, nevertheless, though, I wound up pushing. She got here. And I was like, yo, I pushed out a whole baby. Whole baby. I'm going to tell y'all a little funny thing about her giving birth, me giving birth to her. I predicted her time of when she would be born. Yes, I did, y'all. I literally did. I remember it was maybe a week, close to 2 weeks before I gave birth. I was talking to my sister and she was asking me how did I feel, am I excited, whatnot. And I told her, I said, you know how I feel about the number 3, right? I was like, I think I'm going to give birth to this baby and something has to do with 3. She's like, oh my God, are you serious? I was like, no, listen, I was like, because my due date was the 16th. I was like, she's not going to be born the 16th. She may be born on the 13th. I was like, she may be born on the 3rd. I was like, but she's already born a third of the month. I was like, something to do with 3. I was like, the 13th or the 3rd, or maybe Wednesday. I was like, the 3rd day of the week. It's going to be something like that. Or maybe even her time, 3 in the morning or 3 in the evening. That's it. I was like, something about 3. She's going to be born around something with 3. And she was like, okay, you're tripping, blah, 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 blah. You're taking this number thing way out of proportion. Guess what, y'all? When she was born, the doctor said time, 3:03 p.m. I'm not lying to y'all. She was born at 3:03 p.m. When it was Monday, I wanted to leave her. I gave her to her on Tuesday. So I was like, okay, that's not going to happen. Literally, her birthday was after the 3rd and before the 13th. So I thought that's not going to happen. 3:03 p.m. Flipped my sister out. She could not believe it. I was like, I told you. Something about the number 3 with me, I told you, signifies a lot. So that's my bedtime story. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. So whenever I do make a video, you guys are notified. And I pray y'all have a great day. Bye, y'all.